Hello, this is Dalmir. Welcome to another repair video. In this video, this is a Motorola Edge 5G. It's the XT2141 model. That's from 2021. So what do we got an issue with this creature? Well, as you can clearly see, you have two lenses that are very broken. Now you're going to be looking at this, wondering how you get into this. I have a feeling that this may be plastic or it might be glass. I'm going to recommend that, since I've never actually worked on this particular model of this particular Motorola Moto G series, or Edge series, excuse me, it might be plastic or it might be glass. When you don't know, treat it like it is glass. So we're going to start off with heating it up. I'm going to take the heat gun, just go around until it is hot to the touch. We're replacing the whole, not just the lens, we're going to be replacing the whole shield. This is an aftermarket part. So, I mean, it may not be as good as the original lenses, but it's going to be a lot better than what it is now. I'm already getting the sense that this is probably plastic just because of how it feels like it's heating up. Any of the tools, the equipment, even some of the supplies that I have in my videos, I do have Amazon affiliate links in the video description. I make a tiny little bit of a profit off of those links when you use them. This is not sticking very well. I'm going to try cleaning this first. It might just simply be that it needs a bit of a cleaning. I wasn't expecting this. It's a very clean looking cover, so there's only two things that will cause that. Either, usually in the case that it's broken, that can cause it to not stick. The other one is that it's not actually glass. If it is made of plastic, a lot of times the suction cup will not fully stick to it. Yeah, I think it's plastic. So I've lost all the heat. It's all transferred into the rest of the phone, so I gotta heat this back up again. Keeping it moving very quickly. You gotta keep in mind that the camera is exposed there. Until I'm done working on this, I am going to put a little bit of Kapton tape over top of that camera lens. The Kapton tape is really nice because it doesn't leave any residue behind, and it's also quite heat proof. I shouldn't say heat proof, it's very heat resistant. That's back up to temperature. Now, because of how thin this, like, I don't know what this is, like, I could try this. What I'm doing is I'm just taking my razor blade, I'm choosing a corner, gonna get it underneath, and then I'm gonna dribble some alcohol underneath. Once you can get underneath there, then you're looking to move on to something else to get underneath there, preferably a thin plastic card like this. Just like that. This is definitely, it looks like it's plastic. It doesn't hold the heat nearly as well as the glass does. I don't have a replacement adhesive for this, so what I'm going to end up using is probably going to be E8000 glue combined with a little bit of adhesive strips to just bulk it out. Now, when you finally start getting towards the center, as you get closer and closer to those camera lenses, you're going to find that it just doesn't want to release. And the reason is partly because it may be that some of the adhesive, if you haven't gotten completely out from around the camera lens, but it also tends to be some adhesive right around here and here. It's just a matter of being patient and getting that loosened up. This area is really not cooperating. So what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to heat up just this area and see if that'll help. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. There's some adhesive. Just like I said, I just haven't gotten through it yet. Maybe I could dribble a little bit of alcohol on here in advance. Just get it on in there. Just gotta be really careful with the alcohol when you start getting around the camera lenses. There we have it. Okay, we got it. All we gotta take off is this shield. So you got a few screws here. They're all just standard PH 000s. They come up pretty quick. I'm kind of shocked with this one because a lot of the Moto phones use a type of Torx screw, and they're very, very, very annoying. Okay, I think we got it going there. I've got all the screws out. It's going to take a little bit of effort to get this to pull out because it's got some glue that's hanging in, keeping it all in place, and there is also a bit of this shield that's stuck here. I think it's just, yeah, it's just here in the top. Oh my, it's longer than I thought it would be. This is going to take some salvaging. I'm not used to it being on top. It's usually on the underneath side. I'm gonna try taking it off when I've got this all out first. Let's try that. Sometimes screws may be hidden underneath the adhesive as well. Really not want to come out at the top there. I'll just take my pry tool. It's probably just a clip. There we go. And also all that adhesive, it's still stuck to the shield. I bet there's a screw right here. That's what it feels like. They put some adhesive right over top of the screw. Hey, I was right. There we go. Can't see the screw, but I'm... And maybe here as well. Yes, there it is. Okay, I can't get them out right now. I'll get them out in a bit. I think those are probably the only 2 screws left. Darn it, it's not cooperating. I'm going to try taking off the adhesive from around here. There we go. And around here. There, that did it. Now maybe I can take these screws out completely. Oh, that one didn't fully come out. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Aha, look at that. Easy. I want to take a look at the camera because it was exposed to the elements for a time. So I want to take a look at this camera here and just see what it looks like underneath my microscope. Right here, here's one. This one's in good shape. This is the bottom camera. It wasn't exposed. The lens wasn't even cracked. This one did have a crack, but it should be good. And it is this one I'm concerned about. Yeah, you can see why I'm concerned about it. So what do we do? How do we clean this? Well, what I'm going to do immediately is I've got a puffball thingy air pusher. You could use some compressed air on it. Might help. So I'm going to try that first. So just hold it stable, stabilize the nozzle. And you soon see that it did take away some of the dust and debris that was on it did come away. So what I'm going to use next, before I switch over to a Q-tip, is I'm going to try some what do you call it? It's like sticky tack. I'm going to see if that will take off some of the gunk that's on there. I have heard of there's like a kind of like almost like a gel or a slime that you can use. It does look a lot better already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off with a cotton swab. I'm putting a little bit of alcohol on the tip. Just fresh cotton swab. This is one right out of the box. Although that looks like a chunk of metal on the side there. I don't see any scratches. It's not that I can see, so we might be in good shape. Maybe one little dollop, like you can barely see it. I'll have to point at with my tweezers. I think there's a tiny amount of a scratch right here. You can see that? Right there. Let me get rid of the fuzz off my tips. It's right there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that off. There we go. I don't think I can get it any better, to be honest. I think that's about where we're at. Okay, so now we're going to move on to trying to get this. This is a carbon, what do you call it? It's some sort of carbon shield. Let's just get this peeled off. I'm going to try to use it, coax it off with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, 99%. It's doing a lot of weird things. I think I have to peel it off regardless because I think it's some sort of... There's something... I can see that it has some wires in it. This also doesn't come with anything special. You'll notice that there are things on here that aren't on here. Right here, for example, is the lens. And they have a shield thing for the microphone. So I still need to bring over at least one thing. The lens, that little, the flash. All I did was dab a little bit of alcohol and it came right out. Beautiful. I am going to put a little bit of E8000 glue around the edges. Right here. And I don't need much. Just going to put a little dab and I'm going to spread it around with the nozzle. There we go. That should be good. There we go. Good and solid. Is there anything else that we're missing off of the old one? No, I don't think so. It goes through that slot, comes up through here. There's a little bump right there. This is just a antenna, and the antenna is made of one very, very long trace. So these two traces that you can see here, these are made up of one single wire, and so it's just one end of the same wire coiling all the way around. So after we got it at this point, we got to go and take off these these little things here. These are some protective shields for the camera lenses. And next, we're going to toss that on there. Those right there are attaching to these little 2 pins. There we go. Snap it in place. Come on. Not agreeing with me. I'm going to try putting it in from this side instead. There we have it. That went in. Now I just toss these screws in. I got to remake some adhesive just to like bulk it up so that it's not sitting completely flat. We're getting pretty close to done. When you're getting to putting in the new adhesive, I'm going to have to go and use my adhesive remover in order to get the adhesive off of this back cover as well. Otherwise, this isn't going to stick properly flush. Moving on, let's get that adhesive out. We got to get little bits of extra right along here. This thing works very well in getting rid of it, generally speaking. I'm going to put a little bit more alcohol on this cotton swab, and I'm just going to get rid of any excess remaining adhesive or goo or anything like that that is still remaining here. We got all that cleaned up. Let's go and put a little bit of adhesive strip on inside of here. I'm going to use some tweezers just to pull up because it's hiding on me. And what I like to do is I like to put like a little tiny strip right here. Here I could put a little tiny strip right here and here, maybe right there and there. And it's simply to create a proper gap. Otherwise it sits, the back cover sits way too flush with the frame and it looks odd. So I'm just going to go down here, I'm going to stick it onto my bench, and I'm going to cut off some chunks. Why am I not using like a full piece of this adhesive? From my experience, adhesive doesn't tend to adhere very well, for a lack of a better way to put it. And so my tendency is to always use the E8000 glue to fill in all the gaps, and to use this little bit of adhesive throughout the phone just to increase or bulk up the space between the shell and the frame. And it works pretty good. I have tried in the past used straight up just using this adhesive, and from my experience it doesn't work well. It has a tendency to pop back up. I think I'm going to put a strip right across here because previously there was adhesive there, a significant amount, and I think it will do better if I use the original adhesive there instead of putting glue. Oh, it's got the camera lens. I gotta chop this in half. So at this point now, I'm gonna take off these protective backing, and then I'm gonna start going and putting in the adhesive for this, the glue. The glue dries, I'd say, relatively fast. I'd say within the first 2 minutes, it's not going to be fully set, but it will start becoming quite gummy. And that's a really good area, right, like 1 or 2 minute range, where you put the phone in and it's kind of made its own adhesive strip by that point. If you wait any longer, you basically end up having to remove your work and try again. Okay, put some tools away, clean up the desk. Let's get some glue in place. So at this point, everything else has been cleaned up. We got all of the adhesive off the back of this. And now you just gotta keep in mind also, you're going to try to swipe away any strands of glue that's going towards these lenses, because you really don't want to try to clean up glue off of those lenses. It's just not fun. So we're just putting a nice bead right across here. Yeah, if it squeezes out the edges, not a big deal. You can get rid of that later. You notice I just swiping it towards myself, away from lenses. If you're looking for some E8000 glue yourself, I think I might have some Amazon affiliate links for it. But if they're not there, it's pretty quick. It's a quick Google search. Look for E8000 glue, I don't know, something like sale, country you're in, and size of the bottle. So if you want to have a proper, whatever this container is, this is 110 milliliters or 3.7 fluid ounces. Just make sure that you include that information in your search. And generally speaking, you should be able to find a source relatively quickly. Last bit that I forgot to take the backing off of this bit of adhesive. 1. 2, I forgot to put glue around the cameras. So I put some in, but I didn't put enough. So there should be some right around here. Should be some here. Now that right there is a microphone for the back. Gotta be careful around that. Let's put that back cover on. Now when I'm doing this, I like to start from the top. Just like that. And then you let it sit down, keeping that pressure towards the front. Now you're going to have some squeezing out the sides, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's expected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some clamps on. You can buy these kinds of clamps from off of Amazon very easily, eBay, any other phone sources, places that work on phones. Little clamps. These ones are a little bit more pricey. I think they're around $20 for a pack of 2. These ones are made of metal. But all I'm doing with these is I'm trying to make sure that that frame, that back cover is sitting nice. I'm not wailing on these, like they're not tightening them overly. I'm just giving them a very slight amount of tightening just to hold them down. They don't need a lot. Good enough for now. That's about all I can do. It's got to sit for at least 10 minutes before it has even a decent hold. And 1 hour is a very good hold. And then once you get past that 1 hour mark, like you're in good shape. 24 hours to 48 hours is the full cure. After I would let this, I'm going to be finishing up this video now, but after I get this out of the clamp, usually you just take a nail and you could just rub the glue off. Then you scrub it down with a bit of isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel, clean it up. And that's all there is to this video, guys. Yes, it's not completely done. It's drying. That's okay. I am pleased with how this job turned out. We are finished this job. So if you guys like the video, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.